It's Transports96 here with another review. This time we have Transformers Age of Extinction Autobot Hound, so here you go. So of course this is the Voyager figure, this is from Series 2, and yeah. Obviously, this is the Autobot that I'm most looking forward to in the new movie. I think he's got a lot of potential to be really cool and really fun, so yeah. So here he is. Of course, he's like I'm guessing he's like a World War II kind of veteran type of guy. You know, he looks old, he's got the big beard, he's using a bullet as a cigar, he's got dog tags, this is actually the first time I've noticed this. Just, you know, going over this box, it looks like he has dog tags here, so that's crazy. And then his arms are made out of bullets, and his biceps have missiles attached to him. He's got grenades everywhere. He's got a bit of a belly, you know. He's just that crazy looking Autobot character, but he looks like he is a blast, you know. It looks like he's going to be pretty fun to watch in this new movie. So yeah. So of course the box is quite nice. You get great artwork of Hound, like I've been talking about. On the back you get a picture of his vehicle mode, as well as his transformer mode, his robot mode. The other figure in this series is Galvatron from Wave 2, and yeah. So here you go. So here's the figure, and like you saw from the opening of this, he comes with a ton of weapons, and yeah, so let me just go over all the weapons now. So here is a small armory that comes with Hound. As you can see, you've got a massive weapon up here. It has 3 Gatling guns on it. It just looks quite insane, quite intense. Very awesome. It's got a couple of different things that it does. First of all, you can extend this bottom piece as well as fold this. And then it just, I guess this is supposed to clip on the side of his vehicle mode. You got the 3 Gatling guns but lined up. And then this thing, if you want to, when it's in this mode, you can just kind of fold it in, kind of almost looks like a scope on the side, and you can also leave it folded in, and then when when you flatten it out, it still stays folded in and everything, so you can do that, which is really quite neat. You get these are the medium, or the smaller medium type of guns. They are hollow on one side and filled in on the other side. They look cool, they look like they shoot maybe grenades or something. You do have pegs on either side. They can peg into his chest, they can peg into other weapons. They've got pegs on the back, as well as the nozzle is a peg, and you can just plug them in together, and this works with the other smaller guns as well, so you can do all that. You get these, which are the medium-sized guns. They've got like kind of 4, let's focus on these. Focusing on the background. There you go. You got like 4 barrels up front, and it is quite nice. They look pretty good. They're like large handguns almost. They've got these slots. I think that these plug into stuff. I've really had trouble finding where these plug into, but I believe on the side of the vehicle mode they can plug into that stuff. And then the handle folds in to the actual. I mean, you can fold it all the way in. It's just a bit hard to get out, but folds into the gun, which is kind of neat. And I'm not quite sure why it does that once again, but you can do that for both of those guns. You get these very small guns. These are definitely the smallest guns. They look very cool. They are filled in on both sides, which is nice, and they also have those pegs so that you can plug them in. Let's focus. There we go. And have them in like that. So overall they look quite nice, and they're very cool. And then last but not least, you get this knife. All of these are kind of like a glossy gray. The knife is like a shiny gray, but overall it looks really cool. So I guess. Alright, and as you can see, it looks really nice. It does have a peg on the side to peg it into his chest, as well as a peg on the back. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you can peg it into a weapon if you really wish to, but he can also hold this, and it just looks great. So, I mean, this is definitely the coolest thing about this figure, that he comes with a large gun, 4 smaller guns, 2 medium-sized guns, and a knife. I mean, he comes with 7 weapons here, which is just absolutely spectacular. 7 guns, actually 8 weapons, though, in total, and that is just really quite amazing, really fun. I mean, this is the guy that's just gonna, arm up the rest of your Transformers. You need a Transformer, you want a gun for another Transformer, you're gonna go to Hound, because he's got the firepower, and you're gonna give that other Transformer this gun. So it's really cool. They're compatible with all the other Age of Extinction figures that can hold weapons, so this is just really great. Tons of accessories. I've gone on talking about it for a while here, but this is definitely the highlight of the figure, so it definitely deserves some time to talk about. Alright, so of course this is Hound's vehicle mode. He is quite a big car in the movie, of course. I don't know quite what this is, if this is like a dump truck or if this is like some large military vehicle. I'm not quite sure, but overall it looks really cool. I definitely like the front of it. It kind of has a lot of character to the front of it, very much. I mean, this figure and this character completely reminds me of Bulkhead, but this definitely reminds me of it. You've got the Autobot symbol right there. It's in black, which is cool. You can see into the windows, but what's really nice is you really can't see any car parts. It's completely, you know, kind of like the seats in there almost. So that's really kind of cool. Definitely like that. You've got the wheels right here, and from the bottom there is really nothing that, you know, totally says this is a Transformer, which is just really cool and special. Definitely quite unique. I like that they've got the front section kind of hollowed out like the real life vehicle. You've got a tire in there, which is nice, some smokestacks, and then the rest of the tires. Wish that the tires had some silver or just gray painted in the center hubcaps. That would have been nice, but they're not, which is disappointing, but nothing too bad. And overall, he looks really nice. Really do like the way it comes together. You can see, you know, it's got lines through it all, but it does compact really nicely. The only thing is it's quite small. I mean, I did a comparison with this guy in Galvatron's review. I forgot to keep Galvatron transformed to do it in this one, but he is definitely a smaller vehicle. This could almost pass as a deluxe, unfortunately, but yeah, but he does make up with it with the accessories. And going to the accessories, you can store some of them on the vehicle mode, so let me just kind of weaponize him here. Alright, so here's Hound ready for battle in his robot mode. As you can see, I've managed to fit every single gun except for this one up there. I mean, you can still, and this is with none of the guns plugged into each other, but like I said, you can plug guns into each other, so if you do that, then you can fit every single weapon on here. Let me just go over where all the weapons are. Of course, you've got the knife just right here, with the side peg can go in there. You've got a medium weapon that plugs into here with one of the side pegs. On top, of course, you get the two smaller ones that just plug into that hole right up there. On the back over here, you've got the another medium-sized weapon, which does have a little slot right there, and this actually goes on the little hinge right there, as you can see it, the little thing that's sticking out there, a little peg. So yeah, so that is really cool. You get the smaller, but not the smallest weapon that goes there. It's got a little slot right here and a little place to put it right there. Same thing on the other side with this one. And then this larger weapon, when it's all folded out, this has two small pegs right up there, and then one square one right there, and that's because of this right here as well as these two. So you can really weaponize this truck mode as well, which is just super cool. Kids are going to have a blast with this, and there's tons of fun things that you can do with it, so yeah. Alright, so let's finally get on to the transformation. There's been a lot to talk about with his weapons and his vehicle mode, but yeah, now it's time to move on to transformation. Just want to take the small little piece, you can see his head, and just completely pull his head out, so then he's just, he's up there. So as you can see, that's pretty nice. You can fold in these tires right here, and then you're just going to want to break up this back section. Just kind of want to pull you will split the legs right there, and then that'll kind of unpeg the whole section. And here you go, and there are his legs. Just move this right there, take this and just move it right there, and basically you'll have his legs transformed. You know, very easy to transform his legs, so yes. Then you're going to want to split the arms just a little bit, just put them out like this. Take this, rotate it like this, and then just rotate this whole thing up. You get this little slot right there, and this little kind of square, you know, piece right here. Just kind of square outline, and just want to just plug it in to kind of lock that whole thing in place. You're gonna want to rotate this up, and using this little peg, this little slot right there, you want to just peg it in up here, or sorry, up to this gray part right up here, and then just hear a little click, and then yeah, you can break this panel up. Let me just do it before. So just take to move his hand, it's on a ball joint up here, so what you're going to want to do is just, once the panel is split, then you can have the arm will be able to move freely, and then just put the arm down. I mean, there's nothing else to transform with this arm, which is pretty neat. Same thing up here. Like I said, you're going to want to split these panels. There you go. And then just plug it in up here. There you go. You want to hear that click. Don't just push it in, wait for a click to know that it's in place. And that's it. Basically, you just need to take this front crotch piece, I guess, and just rotate it down. It's on a double double hinge up here. Then you just want to rotate it up like that. And then there you have Hound in his robot mode. One thing that I am loving with these new figures is that the transformation is not bad. It's easy to remember, and believe it or not, I transformed this guy without looking at instructions, without without watching a video, nothing. And it wasn't like previously I watched a review where he had where they showed transformation. I had never seen this guy's transformation. I took him from robot mode and I put him into the car mode, because you can just see where the pieces go and you can just fit them together. And then this was my first time transforming him from car to robot. I mean, I just love that the fact that these figures are fairly easy to transform, which is really nice, and I'm really enjoying that. So as far as the actual figure goes, here he is. He is quite bulky, I have to say. The only thing that I don't like, and when I first saw pictures of this toy, you know, I didn't really care about, but when I saw pictures of him in the movie, it did become a concern to me. He is very top heavy. He looks like he's got a big chest, and it kind of slims down towards his waist, which is not accurate. I mean, just taking a look at this picture, he's got a lot of bulk on his bottom section. He's got like a a beer gut. He's got a belly to him. So it is a shame that this slims down so much over here. I would have almost liked the bulk to be smaller up here and just bigger down towards the bottom to give him that belly instead of the big chest like it is right now. So that is definitely a shame and a disappointment, that, you know, his design is just not quite how it should be, as well as his legs look a little skinny. Now, I haven't seen a clear picture of his legs, but as far as I am aware, his legs should be a bit bulkier. Arms, on the other hand, seem to be perfect. I really don't see any problem with the proportions of the arms. The only thing I don't like are that the panels are still on his arms. I would have loved this panel to kind of rotate back. That would have been really nice. And same with this one. If this panel just rotated up, I mean, it would have just been no problem. You know, just the things that would have been really easy to fix with them, they didn't. And that's because they would have had to put the extra money in to put an extra joint up here. And, you know, that's understandable. They gave us so many weapons, so it's hard to complain. But I would have, you know, I would have taken a few less of the weapons to have some less kibble on his arms, as well as to have a more proportionate sized body. But that being said, the figure is great in his own. Just the design of it is really cool. The green is a little bit brighter than I would like. It is a dark green, that's for sure, but it is a little bit brighter. As you can see from the movie, it should be, you know, a lighter green. This is quite a dark green, which is definitely unfortunate. The missiles up here, I love this very shiny copper or gold color on the missiles. They look great. I love that the arms are the ammo packs and they are sculpted really well. They are soft rubbery plastic, and that is because there is a swivel on the wrist here, but it is attached to the gun, so it kind of gives you that rotation. I would have wished that there was just no joint up here, and because there is a bicep swivel, and then, you know, this acts fine and you don't need a wrist swivel, so it is kind of annoying that you are stressing the ammo packs when you rotate his wrist. So that's definitely just a, you know, small annoyance to me. I definitely don't like that. Articulation otherwise is really good. He's got a complete swivel waist. He's got a swivel neck, which is pretty nice. It is hindered by the beard a bit, but not too bad. Taking in a look at the face sculpt, it's pretty decent. The beard's a bit smaller than it looks like in the movie, but definitely not bad. He doesn't seem to have his cigar bullet gun, which is definitely disappointing in his mouth, which I think he should have. So that is disappointing that they don't sculpt that. He's got his blue eyes, very hard to see though, and he's got like a helmet on, like a cap, so that is quite nice. On the back, he is a bit hollow inside. I mean, you can store weapons in there, I guess, if you'd like, but he is a bit hollow in there. And yeah, overall though, the design is really good, and articulation is really good. Really don't have any problems with articulation, which is nice. And with all of his weapons, there's multiple places that you can store him. First of all, I mean, there is the hole right here, which his knife can go. Most people store his knife up here, or you can store some weapons, some guns in that place as well. And he can hold his knife. I think that he looks really cool holding this knife, but he seems like such a gun guy that the knife just seems to fit a bit more when it's just on his chest. Obviously, his hands, he can hold any of his weapons, obviously, and he can hold them quite well. If you're wondering about this one, when you kind of transform it like this, There we go. You know, they did show pictures with him holding it like from the underhanded, and that looked really cool. Just I find it really hard to get him to do it, just because of the stupid panel that's up here. It just kind of, you know, hinders it from going in very far, so that is definitely disappointing. But he can hold it upper hand. I just have to say, it just looks so much cooler when he's holding it like a Gatling gun rather than just holding it like a rifle like he is now. So I have to say, this gun doesn't look as good with him as I thought it would, and I prefer this with Galvatron, to be quite honest. I think that these guns definitely look quite nice with him. He can hold them really well, and they look pretty cool, especially since the shot of him in the trailer has him, you know, holding one of the smaller guns. I would have liked to see him come with a grenade. I'm not going to complain about accessories at all because of how many great ones he has, but, you know, a grenade would have been cool because we do see him in the trailer with a grenade as well. And then he does have these pegs on the back where you can peg weapons in. They kind of stick off kind of weird, and they don't stay in super well though, so that is a little disappointing. Other than that, there isn't a whole lot of places to store guns. I believe you can, you know, put a gun in his leg right up here, but I mean, just with a character that comes with so many weapons, I would have liked a little bit more storage places for his weapons to go, especially since all they need to do is sculpt a hole in places. You know, it's not, you know, like a hard thing to do. So yeah, but overall he looks great. Love the design of the character, except for it's a little inaccurate when it comes to some of the proportions, but overall the overall design by Hasbro is very well done and is quite nice. Let's do some comparisons. Alright, so here's Hound with the other figure in this wave, which is Galvatron, as well as with the Bulkhead from Transformers Prime. So yeah, I compared him with Bulkhead for obvious reasons. Everybody really thinks that this guy is Bulkhead, but they're just deciding to call him Hound. And yeah, as you can see, he is a bit on the smaller side, I have to say. He's definitely quite smaller in the car mode, and in robot mode he's even a bit smaller, especially since, you know, comparing him with Bulkhead, he is taller than Bulkhead, but Bulkhead is extremely big in all of his proportions, so there is a bit less plastic with this figure, especially when you compare Hound with the first edition Bulkhead. There is definitely a big difference. And with Galvatron is taller than him, and he is bulkier too, so that is definitely disappointing. And it wouldn't be a big thing, but this character in the movie should be very bulky, so that's why it is definitely something to mention. And here he is with crosshairs. He looks pretty good with crosshairs. I mean, he you know, probably in the movie should be a bit bigger than he is than crosshairs, but overall they look good together. I like that their colors, even though they are the same colors essentially, they're different shades. And although this shade isn't perfect for me, it definitely is decent. You know, they could have done worse. So yeah. So overall, this figure is really nice. I'm so looking forward to the character that some of the non-accurate things about him do annoy me, because I am so looking forward to this cool, unique character. But overall, as a figure, he is great. A bit on the smaller side, but other than that, really quite well done, and the accessories are mind-blowing. You really don't see Transformers do this very much at all with accessories, so it is great just to have him completely accessorized and come with a ton of fantastic stuff. So there you go. So that's my review of the Transformers Age of Extinction Hound figure. Thanks so much for watching.